welcome back to Jen Beauty. I am in a hurry today because I am filming my intro after the video and outro, and I have a meeting to get to. But if you like makeup and beauty content, I hope that you stick around for a chatty get ready with me. And now I'm going to send it back to unready Jennifer, who's going to get ready with you. What is up? I have so much going on this week, and not like a lot of scheduled stuff, just like a lot of crap has happened. I've already prepped my skin. If you know me, you know that I use the Zitstica Mega Shade Sunscreen Serum, so I already used that. And I got this sample of Tarte Quench. I just finished one, but I'm trying to remember how I got this one. Oh, it was in an Ipsy like mystery bag that I got for myself. That's a whole other story. Anyway, very happy because I just ran out of my other sample, and I really like this. I actually ordered myself a full size, and it is not here yet. And then I'm using the Tarte Shape Tape Cloud Coverage because I'm just boring and vanilla like that. I do like the It Cosmetics CC Nude Glow, but I have some blemishes here, and I feel like I get a slightly better coverage with the Shape Tape Cloud Coverage. So I'm going to use that one today. I didn't mean to put it on my nose. And I'm going to try going back to the sponge for this one, just to see if the brushes are part of what's irritating my face. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. As should be very evident from these videos if you've watched me at all. So, was it yesterday? Yeah, today's Wednesday. Yesterday's Tuesday. We had a water softener, like a whole house water softener installed for our house. So that took a couple of hours. We already have a purifier, but I didn't know that there was a difference between like a purifier and a softener. But let me tell you, my skin and my scalp definitely know that there is a difference. And the guy that installed the purifier when we moved in, he said that we may also need like the other attachment, the softener, to go with it. But it may take some time to figure it out because this is a new build, so like hardly any water had gone through the pipes. Hi, Chloe. Hello, beautiful. So this is our grouchy Chloe. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to call you grouchy. All they can see is your butt. All I can see is your tail. I'm not gonna pick her up because she gets kind of grouchy. But if you see her head poking out at all, that is our Chloe. We got her when, was it when my husband was in Afghanistan? Yeah, when he was in Afghanistan. I don't know what I want to do today. I'm all over the place. Anyways, the water softener, I'm hoping helps my scalp because I have had the worst time with dry hair and dry scalp. I have used oils. I have used clarifying shampoos. I have used scalp treatments. Like, you name it, I've been trying it. And at the end of the day, I am pretty sure it is just straight up, it's our water. That's the problem. At least I hope so, because if it's not, I'm gonna be really frustrated, because then that means I have to keep trying crap to figure out what is wrong with me. Hey, sweet girl. Yeah, you're a sweet baby. Chloe, there's our baby. And that mirror behind me drives me nuts. It drives me absolutely insane. So it's not gonna stay, well, okay, I think it's gonna stay there because I don't want to move it, but I think I'm going to get myself like some backdrop type curtains to go over it. I just haven't decided if I want to put it on both sides or just the one. I don't know. But hopefully you won't be seeing my light and the back of my head and my back fat in the mirror much longer. I think today I'm gonna use the BH Cosmetics Lost in Los Angeles palette, just because I'm wearing a Care Bear shirt. It says, "Careful, I'm grumpy," and my husband got it for me in the men's section at Target. He was like killing time and saw it and thought of me. Not in a rude way, in a you love Care Bears and always say that you're in a bad mood and grouchy kind of way. I'm not wrong. I do get very grouchy. I mostly get hangry. Like, if I say I am hungry, like, the blood sugar is dropping. Do not delay. Outside of that, unless I am like PMSing, I'm nowhere near as much of an angry person as I used to be. I've talked about it a little bit before. Well, I don't know what order any videos are going up right now, but until I got on my depression medication, y'all, again, did I forget to prime my eyes? I did. Absolutely. It's fine. I'm not going anywhere, and I threw my foundation on my eyes, so good enough. I already know that BH's formula is amazing. Also, this is a Sigma. This is the diffused blend brush. This is from the new mod collection, and let me tell you what, man, these brushes are so gorgeous. Like this rose gold with like the gold glitter end. You can feel a little bit of texture from it, but it's not like too scratchy. And most of the brushes I hold like right where the glitter starts, so it doesn't really bother me. But, you know, Sigma brushes are really great quality, and they are supposed to last for a while. I treated myself about a month and a half, 2 months ago to my first set of Sigma brushes, so I can't speak to the longevity other than other people's firsthand accounts. I've wanted them for a while, but was not able to afford them. And finally was able to treat myself because I wanted to. And that's just, when you can treat yourself, why not? Anyway, I feel like I'm all over the place here. Did I finish my thoughts on depression? Oh yeah, until I got on medication, I was just kind of angry at the world and everything. So that's that. And then I don't think I ever really finished my thoughts on the water softener, other than I really need it to work. Like, I really hope it does. I have no idea what I'm doing today. I'm just throwing some colors on because I feel like it. And then I've had problems with YouTube. First issue was copyright claims. Even though I paid for Canva and I finally got the correct account connected, because at first it was like mine and my husband's joint email account and not like the account that my YouTube is under. And then once I finally got that fixed, the issue was that every time I downloaded, or you have to download the project each time so that it issues you a new license. Okay, well, my dumbass didn't realize that. Fix that, and then I was doing that, but it still was giving me like a copyright claim on every other video. Like some of them it did, and some of them it didn't. And I still have not figured out yet if I fixed that. So at this point, I may just go back and remove the songs that are causing the copyright claim. I'm not monetized yet, and I don't know if I ever will be, but in the case that I ever am, I really don't want that to be an issue. I have a meeting later, and I have no idea if I'm on camera or not, but I guess if I am, oh well. They can enjoy the rainbow that I am making on my face. I'm enjoying it, so. Then, when it came to editing, I started having issues with storage, where, like, I would try to export a video and it would tell me I didn't have enough storage. It would be like, you only have 900 megabytes free. And I'm looking and I have like 12 gigabytes free. I'm like, I don't understand why you're telling me I don't have enough storage. Like, I know it has to create like file and then transfer it, but I'm still working on fixing that. I'm ready to throw all of the technology like out the window right now, just so y'all know. So I have a crap load of videos filmed. I just don't really have a way to upload them. I'm a terrible YouTuber, which, I mean, that makes sense because I'm still new at it. So in the Lost in Los Angeles palette, we didn't drop it. I went in first with Abbott Kinney, and then I went in next with LAX, and then with 90210. And then I just went back and kind of like, oh, very first, the crease was WeHo. Oops, WeHo. Right here. And I just peeled all my nails off last night, so I don't have any fake nails on today. Ooh, that's pretty. That's the hills. I don't know if it translates very well because I was looking at it in this. Oh, there it is. That's the hills. That's pretty. I'm trying to decide which way I want to go with this. Concealer. So this morning, after being up until like 3 a.m. trying to figure out files and junk to transfer, it's a miracle I have a clean brush. All right, so after being up until like 3 a.m. trying to figure out like why my files wouldn't transfer and like clearing OneDrive cache and all that trash, I finally went to sleep at like 3. And this morning I was woken up by my son. He like came like bounding into our room to tell me goodbye. I guess I was sleeping really good because when he came in, it scared the crap out of me. And usually like I'm kind of ready for them to come say goodbye. And I like snorted awake. I was like, which of course kind of makes me laugh now, but at the time I was like, oof, I am not ready for this today. But I'm expecting like my daughter to come bounding in right behind him, and she does not. Come to find out, I then hear screaming, and I'm thinking, oh no, Callie has like finally had enough of AJ's crap and she's like pushed him or something. But then it's like true screaming, like really upset screaming, like very hurt screaming. And my husband's like, babe, I have to take AJ to the doctor. I'm like, oh, well, still not fully conscious, still don't quite know what has happened. But apparently when my son walked out the door, the garage door automatically closes back, like the one from the house to the garage. It automatically like shuts. And he had his hand still on the door frame, like leaning out to open the garage door, like the one to outside. And it smashed his pinky. Holy crap. Like, it's a heavy door. Like, I understand why he was so upset and crying. I felt absolutely awful. My husband just like got a nice pack, threw him in the car and took him straight to urgent care. Okay, so I put the hills over the turquoise and the lavender that I did here and here, and it's very pretty. It takes it like, I don't know, I feel like it makes it a little bit more cohesive of a look. So I'm gonna go in to the lower lash line now, and I'm gonna use 902, yeah, I'm gonna use 90210 here. So we thought he broke his finger, and if it didn't gross some people out, I would share a picture of it, but I can tell you that I didn't really want to see that first thing this morning, so I'm not doing that. Although I know any nurses out there probably are like, ooh, show it. It doesn't bother me to see like blood, guts, deformed things. I don't know, I'm weird. I don't find like joy in it, but it doesn't bother me. And then I'm just taking a little bit of the 405 and using that in the lower lash line. So the urgent care doctor was also fairly convinced that it was broken, and it was not. They did an x-ray and said that they couldn't find any fracture or break in it. It just appeared to be very, very badly smashed. I just noticed that like I had a line of foundation on my nose. Whatever. You'll notice I say whatever a lot because, you know, there's only so much I can do to fix things here. Makeup is for fun, not for stress. You really, like, I can't take it that seriously. I used to really stress out and be like, does this look okay? Is it okay? Like, is it too much? Am I too much? I don't care. I really don't care if you think I'm too much. As Elise Meyer says, go find less. I'm gonna use some cream products today. I'm gonna use the Tarte Breezy bronzer, and then in the shade Seychelles, and then the Breezy cream blush in the shade Pink Sky. I guess I'm gonna try the Florence by Mills highlighter finally. I have that look on my face because it just feels like it's wet and a cream that like dries down. Man, all right, my favorite brush is kind of dirty, but we're gonna make it work. It's fine. So I'm just putting some on the back of my hand to kind of like blot it off. Make sure I don't get too ham on the bronzer. And then I like to kind of stipple it on the cheek. I'm gonna do the same thing over here. And then just use an e.l.f. blending brush to kind of blend it in. Then I'm going to use my Sigma switch to clean off the brush. It's brush cleaning time. And I feel like I say that all the time, but I'm trying not to get behind again. Sorry, I have a bunch of... Does anyone else find random eyeliners in their brushes? It seems like I always accidentally pick up a bunch of brushes and put an eyeliner away with my brushes. Every time I'm washing brushes, I'm like, oops, you don't go in there. I only found 4 eyeliners in my stack of brushes. Oh, that one stays out. Oh, the water softener. I can smell it. Like, I can smell a difference in our water. Is that weird? My husband can't smell it. Like, he believes me, but he doesn't smell it the way that I do. I feel like only certain people can smell water. I can smell Dasani. Like, I know when it's Dasani. I told him I wanted to, like, do a blind smell test of water and see if I can actually smell the difference. I don't like Dasani water. I told him it would smell like salt and disappointment. We're from Atlanta. Well, I mean, we're from Metro Atlanta. But growing up, like, if you went to anywhere, like any theme park, anything in the area, like, they serve Coca-Cola products. Well, it's very common, like at Six Flags, you're gonna get Dasani water if you get bottled water. And it tastes too, like, salty to me. I don't like it. I don't feel like it quenches my thirst. I feel like I always am, like, really thirsty afterwards and still wanting for something to quench my thirst. Like, I'd rather get, like, a Sprite or something, and I don't love Sprite. But that's why I say I feel like it would smell like disappointment. Because it always felt so disappointing to me. I'm just curious, can anyone else smell when water, like, I don't know, like when I go to other states, I feel like I can always smell the water. It smelled so weird to me here when we first moved here. And now, of course, it's my new normal. And when we went back to Georgia, I was like, water smells here. Duh. All right, I'm not sure how I want to apply this. I know I don't want to use, maybe just my finger. I do not like how this feels. I feel like it's like a very wet deodorant. I don't know how to describe it. I don't know, it feels almost like I'm trying to think of how to describe it. Almost like kid slime. Yeah, kind of like kid slime. I don't know if that helps at all. I'm not sure if you can see like how wet that is. Let's see if I can bend my finger more. Make it focus. So I'm curious if it's gonna dry down. If it doesn't dry down, if I feel it later and it still feels like I have baby spit on my cheeks, then this is gonna be a hard no for me. I like my products to dry down. I think that's another reason I don't like the Thick-It Stick-It brow is texture. It does what it says, it sticks it. And I like something that's more like free flowing on the eyebrows. I don't know, I'm weird. If you've been here for any amount of time, you've already figured that out. I don't need to tell you. All right, I'm gonna do brows, eyeliner, and lips off camera and then come back with some final thoughts. Okay. I said I was gonna do brows and stuff off camera, but I feel like I needed to come show you, like, sometimes things look rough before they get better. So just like in life, also in makeup, sometimes it gets worse before it gets better. So I look like, what's one of the, oh, I look like Bert and Ernie, like, what, I think it's Ernie has these eyebrows. No, maybe it's Bert. Yeah, I think it's Bert. Has the angry eyebrows. Whoever it is, I look like them. And everything is fixable. You can either wipe it off, you can take it off completely. For me, I usually try to work it through with a spoolie first, like a clean spoolie. So I use the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow Gel, and I'm not going to use this to keep trying to work the product through because it's just going to keep adding more product. You can even kind of like take your finger over it and kind of like see if you can remove a little bit of product on your finger if you feel like you still have too much. And you know what? Sometimes you're just going to leave the house looking like Groucho Marx or something. And that's okay. As long as it's not like your wedding day or graduation or something, I feel like you'll be fine. You'll live. It's not the end of the world. So, to recap, actually, let's do that after I do eyeliner, lashes, and lips. Be back. All right, so off camera, I used the ColourPop Disney Designer Collection in the shade Flynn. These are the Luxe Liquid Lips. I really, really like these. They're not as popular, and they've switched to the Fresh Kiss, but I really do enjoy this formula. I think they may have switched to the Fresh Kiss. I could be wrong, but these seem to kind of separate a little bit faster. They smell fine, they wear fine, but they do look separated, and I haven't had them that long. Like, I've had other brands longer, and they're doing just fine. I used the NYX Epic Smoke Liner in the shade Slate Smoke on the top, and then in the waterline down below, I used the ColourPop Cream Gel Liner in the shade Visuals. Really like this purple. And then the Tarte Man Eater Mascara. I'm kind of in a hurry today because, as per usual, I'm doing this on my lunch break, but I figured I would just kind of wrap up some thoughts since I've been all over the place today. So my son's finger is not actually broken. It's just a pretty bad hematoma on his fingernail, and so they splinted it to try to like protect it, because you know, boys are rough, kids are rough. I don't know why I say boys are rough, because my youngest daughter is probably the most aggressive and rough child that I know right now. And the water softener should be ready for me to wash my hair tomorrow. Oh, that's a lot of smoke. Yeah, my hair's dirty as crap. And did I remember to use a heat protectant? No. No, why would we do that? Actually, this is the first time I have not used one in a very long time. I usually remember to use them. I don't really need to make my hair perfect. It's just in the case that I have to be on mirror. I would like the front of my hair to be presentable. If you know, you know all about the back of your head just looking like trash and the front looking like the front of a magazine. Not mine, just, you know, some people's. The back of my head is always trash no matter what. And the front of mine is like, maybe picture day ready some days. No magazine covers. None for me. If anyone's wondering, this is a Dyson Corral. My husband got it for me for Christmas, I think. Yes, Christmas, because I really wanted a new hair straightener. I'd had the same one for like 7, 8 years, and it was really not quite performing as well as it used to. I had to like crank it all the way up to the hottest setting. And I kind of over curl it a little bit on the bottom and on my bangs because I'm not using any products in it, and you know, it's gonna fall pretty quickly. Although I don't know, it's pretty greasy, so maybe that'll hold it in. Anyway, if you know me, you know that I have an autoimmune disorder. If you don't, congratulations, now you do. And I had asked for something else, but he really wanted to get this for me to try it out and see if I liked it. And I'm glad that he did, because I love it. It's everything that I need. And then like moments like this where I want to sit and do my hair, especially days where I'm not feeling well at all. I really like being able to just sit in the bed and still be able to do something with myself so that I feel like I had self-care that day. And so this is cordless, and the charge holds, usually for me, I can get at least 2 hairstyles out of it, provided it's not the first time I'm straightening it after I wash my hair. Like, this is maybe the 3rd or 4th time after I've washed my hair that I've done something with it. So I didn't really have to do a whole lot of like going over the same pieces over and over again. And I really like it for that. It traveled very nicely when we went on our road trip, and it comes in a nice like travel bag. Do I think that you need to spend that amount of money on a hair straightener? Absolutely not. Is it a luxury item? Absolutely. Is it a luxury item that I enjoy? Yes, it is. I have no regrets. Also, he is very like thrifty when it comes to buying more expensive things, and he found this on sale, plus found a coupon he could use for it. So he got a decent deal out of it. He did the same thing with the air wrap, which I recently sold on eBay, and I got back like an extra $50 more than what he spent on it. Or was it more than that? No, I think after taxes and fees and everything, I got back an extra $50. So it was like I rented it and they paid me to rent it. And then he did the same thing with the Dyson hairdryer. So now I just have the hairdryer and the Corral, and that's what I use for my routine. Anyways, I want to thank you so much for joining me today. I hope that you enjoyed this chatty little get ready with me, and let me know your thoughts below. You know, what traumatic things have woken you up in the mornings, and can you smell the difference in water? Because I can. I swear I can. And if you like this video, go ahead and give it a big thumbs up. And if you would like to see more makeup and beauty content from me, hit that subscribe button and I'll have more coming at you. I hope wherever you are, you have a wonderful and blessed day. Bye.